Hey everybody, it's Scott Nelson here on Saturday, the 22nd of April, and I am very excited to have you on board here today for a little mini training. Very good information. I've had so many people that sometimes we can actually forget about the passive power sharing plan with USI Tech. You know, oftentimes for my mindset, because I recruit a lot of people and I have a pretty big list of contacts that I have put together over the last many years of my network marketing career, I forget sometimes about the people that really just want to come in, at least initially, and just take advantage of being able to purchase some of the Bitcoin trading contracts, the BTC packages, and then just choose how they want to earn. So kind of what I wanted to do over the next 10 to 15 minutes is just a short little power video here to show you, and for people that are watching this on my YouTube channel, how easy it is to put this passive power profit share plan into place with USI. Let's talk about USI Tech. They've been around now since November of 2016. They are growing like wildfire because we just introduced our second software package, which allows us to participate and profit share with capital in the trading that is going on with the software that our third-party brokerage houses are using. And we're really focusing on the Bitcoin because the cryptocurrency world is exploding, and it's expected over the next 2 to 5 years we could see Bitcoin and somewhere in the $5,000 to $10,000 range. Some experts are saying that in the next 10 to 15 we could see it well over a half a million to $1 million. So what's happening in the trading software realm, that's where United Software Intelligence really is a major force, is that they're writing their EAs to really pretty much go very long in their trades on cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin, when they trade them directly against the dollar, the euro, and other traditional world currencies. And this is creating massive profits for our account holders. And so the capital return that is being paid out on these Bitcoin trading contracts and mining contracts is really powerful. In fact, there's days on certain trades, from what we are hearing from the brokerage houses and from the office, that are averaging out at around 30 to 35%. And these can be trades with millions of dollars and millions of euros. So the power profit share plan with USI Tech is amazing. So let's just kind of look at this as you might be looking at this. Maybe you don't want to tell anybody. You don't have any need really for some secondary income, so you really don't care about the 10% referral commissions that are available, optional to you. You don't have to recruit anybody with USI Tech, which is beautiful. And so I want to take a little bit of time here to go through the choices and just to show you a few things so you know how to get involved. The first thing you're going to do, obviously, is join. So you'll want to get back to the person that gave you this little short video and get their what they call advertising link. That's where you can go and register at their website. And when you register, it's 100% zero cost. You don't have any monthly fees. You don't have any requirement to buy any product. There's no monthly shipments, no auto ship. You just go there and sign up, and then you can decide on how many Bitcoin trading contracts that you want to purchase. You can purchase one, you can purchase 100, you can purchase unlimited amount over your lifetime, and you can purchase more as you go along. So you can get in there for as little as 50 euros by purchasing one, or you can purchase more. It's just completely up to you. You can go in there and maybe you start with 5 or 10 and you get confident after a few months and you buy another 5 or 10, and maybe you then another 2 or 3 months you buy 100, and you keep on adding to it. So that's completely up to you. But I want to talk about the options that you have in making money passively without ever recruiting a new member, and you can be highly profitable with USI tech in doing this. So, unfortunately, there's a lot of Bitcoin programs out there. They don't have any products, they don't have any software that they use. They basically are all built on you have to recruit, you have to recruit, you have to recruit, you have to recruit, you have to recruit. Once the money dries up, normally these companies go away. And of course, when you're using trading software and you have a history that goes back on the Forex market for almost 4 years now of using the software with USI, and then the brand new software for trading on the cryptocurrency platform, and you have leaders, and you have a company history, and you have the expertise of working with some of the bigger third-party brokerage houses around the world, you have incredible credibility. So let's talk about how you can earn passively. 100% passive, and gives you 3 choices. Number 1 is simply let your daily profits sit in your commission account, and you can withdraw them into your Bitcoin wallet at any time. So let's talk about that. Let's pop over here to the back office. Now, you will purchase your Bitcoin packages, and when you purchase them, you're going to buy them with Bitcoin. So you're going to want to set up a free online Bitcoin wallet. I use a company called Blockchain, and they are a very good company where you can store your Bitcoin. They don't sell Bitcoin, so what you'll need to do if you use Blockchain is you will need to fund it with Bitcoin and have those Bitcoin put right into your blockchain wallet. And then you can come over and you can come into the shop area. And once you click on shop, you'll see the current price of each of the Bitcoin contracts. The Bitcoin contracts are currently 0.04347 Bitcoin, and it just verifies that you know that these contracts, when you buy them, each purchase you make will initiate a new contract. So if you went in one day and bought 10, and then you went back next week and bought 3, and then you went back next week after that and bought 10 more, you would have 3 different expiration dates on these contracts that run approximately 140 days, and the return passively on your capital will be after that 140 trading days, which is every Monday through Friday, will be a net of 40%. So very simply put, if I went in and bought $1,000 in packages, that would be about 20 packages, let's say, and be a little bit more, maybe 1,100. But let's just say you bought 20 packages, and it was $1,000 in this example. At the end of that 140-day contract, you're going to get all of your principal back, your $1,000, plus you're going to get a 40% profit. So that would give you another 400 for a total return on capital. Actually, if you were to take it on 140 working days, that would be 1% per day. That would be your daily payout. So to purchase, you can scroll down here and you can purchase using Bitcoin. So if you have a wallet like I have Blockchain, you can click and go over to Blockchain and you can buy Bitcoin. We also give you options to use a e-wallet called To Pay For You, which you set up when you join. It's free to set that up. We also have a payment provider called Payza, and you can go use Payza by simply funding your Payza account. It's free to set up your individual account, and then you can use a credit card or your bank debit card and fund your Payza account. Then you can come back here and purchase right through this website. Okay, so once you have purchased your Bitcoin and they have been approved, it's going to show up here. You can see I have 130 active packages, right? So let's say you bought 10. It would show up once it was approved. It would be 10. Now, the only thing that you need to decide to do is, do I just want to let it earn every day? So if you had 10 Bitcoin packages, you're going to earn roughly, give or take, about 55 cents per package per day. So in this example, you would earn about $5.50 in profit. And remember, you buy with Bitcoin and you get paid. So if you took $5.50 and you went into like Google and you went to a Bitcoin converter, I'll give you an example, just so you know what I'm talking about. You could say, what is 55 cents? What does 55 cents look like in Bitcoin? Oops, let me see here. Let's just say 0.0001. Okay, so it'll be like 0.0001. Let's try that. That's 12 cents. So 0.0004. Okay, there you go. So about, really, let's change it to 5. Okay, so somewhere between 0.0004 and 0.0005 is 55 cents. So obviously, if we were to carry this over to 5, actually a little less than that, let's go to 0.45. And there you can see that would be about the amount of Bitcoin that you would be earning on your 10 Bitcoin packages every day. So if you had like 10 packages and you were earning about $5.56 or $5.50 a day, it'd be right around 0.0045 daily. Now, how you would see this, it would be 0.0045. Okay, so at the end of, let's say, a month, 0.0045, and there's about 22, roughly 22 trading days each month. So that would become 0.099. So let's see how much Bitcoin that would be. 0.099. It'd be about $122.30 in Bitcoin that you would be earning if you didn't ever touch. Okay, if you just let it go and let it run, you would see that each month in Bitcoin, the amount would reflect about $122. And if you took that 122 and you multiplied it times 6.5 months, about $793 in that package you would earn just by taking your profit. Now, the second option, let's pop back over here to our thing. That was option number A. That's just letting your profits. Remember, you can remove them anytime you want. You just leave your original package purchases in there. So if you went and bought $1,000, the $1,000 won't be returned into that account until after the 140 days. But you could pull your profit daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Just remember that after 140 trading days, what's going to happen is when you go over there again, then your $1,000, which would be, if you went up here, it'd be about probably 0.8 is what I'm going to guess. Yeah, a little bit over 0.8 of a Bitcoin would appear right here. That would be added in. So immediately, if you're taking your profits out, at the end of the 140 days, this would reflect 0.0 or 0.8, and that would be about $1,000 in Bitcoin. Now, at that point in time, you can come over anytime you want to withdraw money from your available balance. Just click over here on withdraw, and then you can go ahead and send it to your Bitcoin wallet. If you wanted to, you can manually rebuy with any of the, let's say, that $1,000. And if you had profit that was sitting in here, you could go back in and rebuy all or part of your Bitcoin and start with new contracts for a new 6.5 months or 140 trading days. Okay, so that's the option that you have there. Okay, that is the first option. The second option is just to manually repurchase your Bitcoin package. Now, this would be a really foolish thing to do because you would forget, and that's why we have the auto rebuy. But what I'm talking about, if you don't have auto rebuy set on automatic, every time these packages earn, your commissions are going to go in here, and you would just let it sit there, and then whenever you had enough to go in and buy additional packages, then you could just click on rebuy. You would need to have 0.0455 right now at today's price to rebuy a package. If I try to go in there right now, click on rebuy, it's just going to show me I don't have enough in there. It gives you a little red line, says you don't have sufficient funds. You have to wait. You can see there's my balance. I'm going to need about 0.455 back here, not 0.257, in order to do that. Okay, so that is the second option that you have, right? And so let's look at the third option, because that is going to be the best scenario. And this is for people that understand the power of the compounding effect. So if you want to maximize your profits and still, I'm talking about doing this without ever recruiting anybody, just so you know, you have to see this. Okay, so I'm going to go in immediately after I buy my packages. Let's say I bought those 20 packages. Let's use the 20 packages. So once I purchase my 20 packages, even ahead of time, I want to go over here to setting, and I want to make sure that this is in the on position. When you first come into your back office at USI Tech, this is going to be on off, and so you want to click off, get the blue on, and then make sure you click on update so that your on button will stay on. And really all that means is it eliminates you from having to ever go in and manually repurchase packages, and that way you'll never ever miss a beat. You are able to do it automatically. Okay, so let's look at this rebuy calculator. You have one in your back office. Just click on it and it will drop down and open up for you. Everything seems to be running a bit slow here today. I don't know why. There we go. So let's play with this and say I went in and I bought 20 Bitcoin packages. In euros, that would be about €1,000. Okay, and you can play with the days, but I'm going to be real, just basically look at, I'm going to run through 140 trading days. That's the length approximately of each of the contracts. Now I hit calculate, and you can see what it's doing is it's figuring out how much Bitcoin that is. 20 packages is about 0.8683 of a Bitcoin, just about 8.5, closer to not 0.9, not a full Bitcoin. Okay, but that's what it is in Bitcoin value. That's what those packages represent in real Bitcoin value. Now look at, by having just the auto rebuy on, this is why it's so powerful. At the end of that 140 trading days, remember, you didn't refer anybody. You did not get any referral commissions. That 20 packages has now grown to 78 packages. Okay? And with the 1% daily return of capital, over the 140 trading days, remember there's 5 trading days per week, you would have 2.2176470348175 Bitcoin. Okay, now that's amazing. It's gone up nearly 2.5–3%, somewhere in that neighborhood. Um, Now, let's just go one step further. Okay, so you haven't recruited anybody. This is just an initial start amount of €1,000. So at the end of there, you can see I've got in that I've got 78 packages. So I'm just going to take those 78 packages. I'm going to stay at the next contract of 148. Now remember, you started with €1,000. Calculate that, and you're going to see eye-popping type of numbers here. Okay, as soon as my internet hopefully gives me the answer. It's been running very slow today. Hopefully it will do this transaction. And if it doesn't, I can tell you that it's mind-boggling, but we can just keep trying here. Hopefully, let me just check and see. Looks like my internet is on. It looks like it's just slow. So let's just go in here and let's, oh, there it is. Okay, so look at that. 78 Bitcoin packages. Remember, you started with how many? 20. Now, at the end of another 6.5 months, so you're talking around 13 to 14 months. That's it. Has grown from 20 to 308, and that 0.86 Bitcoin that you started with, remember that $1,000, look at what it's worth in the second go round, about 8.688. Let's just use a 1200, 8.688, about 1200 per Bitcoin, and it gives us just under $10,500. Now, figure that out. What is that? If you started with 1,000 and you got 10,000 at the end of about 13 to 14 months on your capital, to me that says 1,000% increase. You see why it would be really foolish, honestly, to not use compounding effect, because it's absolutely crazy. This is why I can go to anybody and I can say, you don't have to pay anything to join the company. You don't have any monthly fee. You do not have any auto ship. You do not have to recruit anybody. Now, I get people every day that tell me about the next greatest Bitcoin program. They make you buy anywhere between $50,000 and $5,000 up front, and then they tie one company in particular, I laughed because they have it's a week compensation plan, and I'm not going to go into detail, but it actually pays on the weakest earning leg in a binary compensation. Another one that I was approached by, they make you give them 33% of your profit every month. Now, can you imagine they charge you $500 or $1,000 or $5,000, and then every month they want 35% of your profit? So when I looked at USI Tech and I looked at their software and I looked at their owners and I looked at the cost of their program, which is zero, and then I saw that anybody could get started for as little as €50. That's about $55 in US dollars. And you could set it and forget it and walk away. I just gave you 2 examples that involved absolutely no recruiting. I gave you an example that you didn't have to go in there and meet certain monthly requirements. I went in there and I gave you a program that gives you a track record of software packages. People say, well, how's USI or United Software different than these other companies that don't have any products? Our product is software. We're continually developing software that is used on Forex. Now, I didn't even go into the details. We have an automated Forex trading where all you need to do is get with the person that told you about USI, and you can set up a third-party brokerage account and you can trade. They require a minimum in Forex trading of $1,000, and you can have millions of dollars. I mean, a VIP account is 100,000 or more, but you can get started in the Forex trading. It's automated just like this. You don't have to touch it. And for as little as $1,000, you fund your account and they do all the trading. You don't do any trading at any time, not on this side, not on the Bitcoin side, not on the Forex side. Everything is hands-free, passive profit sharing. That's what they do. We have such an incredible opportunity for each and every one of you to be able to earn. I wanted to show you that rebuy calculator, and I wanted to close by telling you, one of the things when people join, they say, yeah, I just don't want to tell anybody. I never want to recruit anybody. Isn't it great to know you never have to? But let me ask you a question. Let's go back to that scenario where you started with $1,000 or €1,000 and you bought 20 packages. You didn't tell anybody yet. And then at 6.5 months, you increased, or you just basically took all of your growth from 20 to 78, and you did another 6.5 months. And at the end of 13 months, okay, you were able to know and document that your money, your $1,000, approximately $1,000, return cap on its capital was over $10,400. Would you really not tell your brother or your sister or your children or your neighbor or your best friend? Of course you're going to, long before 13 months. And when you do that, the good news is, even though you don't ever have to, you might just go off to an island somewhere and check your balance every 6 months and just go ahead and kind of roll that capital back over into more Bitcoin packages as long as they're available, and not tell anybody. But I would tell you that probably 95 to 99% of the people that don't think they'll ever tell anybody will probably tell hundreds of people over the next 6 months to a year. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you today. I'm thankful that we have just a plain, simple presentation that hopefully has helped you that don't have any intention at this time. When you sign up, you get the link of the person who referred you. Go in and register, get your Bitcoin wallet set up, and then there are several different ways you can fund it. Just make sure you have a plan. So decide how much you want to spend on your Bitcoin trading contracts, your BTC packages. Remember, there are roughly 50 euro. So if you want, 1,000, it would be roughly 50,000 euros. If you want 100, it would be about 5,000 euros. Just make sure you choose the amount that is right for you and your financial situation. All right. Hey, thanks for joining us. God bless you. We'll see you at the top with USI.